I already know what I want to say about the phones. Hideous with the big, massive notch. Hideous thing. Look at this thing. It's shouting at you. Shouting at me.
We're back from Made by Google 2018, and we have the new Pixel 3 and Pixel 3 XL to try out. So, Tony, you have the Pixel 3 XL. What do you think so far?
This is a very familiar experience, but there is some nice little things, like this nice frosted glass here. It's super nice. It's much nicer than I thought it would be. But just sort of my overall initial reaction so far is I really like this phone.
I really like it so far. It's a really nice size, which I really appreciate. It's perfect for me. But I do agree, I think the back is really nice this year. It feels way more premium than the Pixel has in the past.
I was telling Avery before the event, I was telling her, I already know what I want to say about the phones. Hideous with the big, massive notch. Hideous thing. Look at this thing. It's shouting at you. Shouting at me.
I also think it's worth mentioning that only the Pixel 3 XL has that huge notch.
That's right.
I have the regular size Pixel 3 and it does not have a notch, which I really like. So I think kind of the most exciting feature of any Pixel phone, and this year in particular, is the camera. The Pixel has always been, as long as it's been around, my favorite smartphone camera. And they've made some changes to the camera this year, which I think are going to be really cool.
All right, well, first thing I think on both phones is that they have a single lens rear camera, right? And yet, Google makes it feel like it doesn't need an extra lens, They have added some extra features like night sight, which I think is coming in about a month or so. That basically will be a really, really good low light mode.
And that's like kind of a lofty promise, and we'll see if they can actually fulfill that, but I'm really excited about that feature.
Totally. So Top Shot, Google presented that as a kind of like
a safety net.
Yeah.
Almost.
There you go, safety net.
If you screw up, you can still maybe get a good photo. The example they gave was like if action is happening and you can't get to your phone in time and you don't press the shutter and you miss the shot, you can kind of back up and they'll give you some better options and show you one that maybe you didn't mess up on and one that looks really good.
So another camera feature that Google announced was Super Res Zoom, and that basically takes the role of a dedicated zoom lens and just uses software to make it look good when you zoom in with a single lens. Again, we gotta check it out. We'll make sure that works, per Google's claims. Yeah, we'll see.
One camera feature that I'm kind of excited about, and I don't know how often I'll use this, but I think people who love to take selfies will use it a lot, is the wide angle selfie mode. Even though the back of the camera only has one lens, the front of the camera has two lenses. One of the front cameras is a wide angle lens, which lets you take really wide selfies. So if you have a group of like 5 people, you're all trying to fit in the frame, you don't have to squeeze anymore, you can all fit. And we've played with this a little bit and it totally works and it looks really cool. And something that I like about it is that there's not a lot of distortion. Like it doesn't give you that weird fisheye effect. You still look normal. The only change I've noticed is that your arms look super, super long.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Google's camera app now lets you adjust the blurry sort of bokeh effect, the depth of field thing, for portrait mode, which is cool. And I think that's something that Apple announced recently with the iPhone XS phones. Samsung's Galaxy phones have had that for a little while, I think, a couple of years maybe. But hey, it's a nice feature to have. Why not? One of the new features is wireless charging. And to make that work, Google has released a new Pixel Stand wireless charging dock device. And that's really cool.
Just like last year with the Pixel 2, there is no headphone jack. But an improvement this year that Google made, and I really appreciate it, is that it included USB-C headphones in the box.
Yeah, comes with a dongle too, right?
It does.
For your wired headphones if you want them.
So there's one really cool Google Assistant feature that's built into this phone. And everyone at the presentation that we saw was really wowed by it, so explain it to me.
Yeah, that actually got probably the most claps out of everything because it was really impressive. It's a call screening feature. Google Assistant will answer for you, I suppose. We have yet to see how this works or functions. I don't know how it'll sound or anything, but Google Assistant will answer for you and you'll be able to read the transcript of what's going on live. In this phone call.
I think that these new AI features are going to be a huge selling point of the Pixel phones, and Google says that they're going to add them to past Pixel phones as well, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, it's huge.
And I think compared to other AI that's on the market, I think that Google Assistant's kind of coming out on top right now.
It's hard to just revolutionize a smartphone design, So Google's kind of doing the revolutionizing inside the phone with the software and the AI, and it's huge. It's kind of really impressive, more impressive than other phones, to be honest.
So the Pixel 3 and the Pixel 3 XL come in 3 colors. They're a little bit different this year than they've been in past years. We have the pretty basic black, we have the white with the little green button on the side, and there's also a new color this year, which Google ironically is calling not pink. It is definitely pink.
And price-wise, let's talk about the Pixel 3. That's going to start at $800 for the 64 gigabyte model, I believe. And then add an extra 100 for the 128 gigabyte model. Now, talking about the Pixel 3 XL, that's starting at $900 for the 64 gigabyte model. Again, an extra 100 for the 128 gigabyte model. And you can pre-order these phones starting today. I think our initial impression is that these phones are really rock solid build, really nice features. Software is going to be really cool to check out. I think I'm really excited to look at all the sort of AI and software stuff.
I was pretty much sold on the iPhone XR up until today. I was sure I was getting it, and now I'm not so sure.
Oh, interesting. Let's get Avery onto the Android side of things.